In the aftermath of the bombing in Ankara, accusations, denials, and retribution, Turkey is blaming Kurdish groups. Kurdish leaders deny any connection to the attack. 28 people were killed. CCTV's Michal Bardavid is reporting now from Ankara.
This is the second large-scale terrorist attack that took place in Turkey's capital only months apart. Only this time the intention seemed different. The attack on Wednesday night took place a few hundred meters from where we're standing. This is very close to the Turkish parliament as well as the Turkish military headquarters, a clear indication of the escalation of violence as Turkey steps up its military campaigns in the region. The Turkish government announced Syrian Kurdish militia was responsible for the attack. Prime Minister Ahmet Davutoglu declared a Syrian national, Salih Necar, to be the bomber, a 24-year-old from the northern Syrian town of Aduma, and stated he was a member of the YPG, the Syrian Kurdish People's Protection Unit. This is the Syrian Kurdish group that Turkey has been shelling across the border in Syria over the last few days. The YPG is the military branch of the PYD, the Syrian Kurdish Democratic Union Party. Both are considered terrorist organizations by Turkey as extensions of the Kurdistan Workers' Party, the PKK, that Turkey has been in conflict with for decades. The shelling is aimed at preventing the Syrian Kurds from gaining ground near the Turkish border. The PYD has rejected any involvement. Yet President Erdogan insisted they are to blame.
Even those who head the PYD and the PKK say there's no connection with them. Based on the information obtained by our Interior Minister and our intelligence agencies, it is identified that this is done by them.
To further complicate the matter, Prime Minister Ahmet Davutoglu quoted a Syrian official and pointed the finger at the Syrian government as well.
Syria's United Nations envoy said the YPG is one of the groups we support. We've come to a conclusion that YPG is a pawn of the Syrian regime, and the Syrian regime is directly responsible for this attack.
This could be a signal of even more violence to come. The recent fighting between Kurds and the Turkish military has caused tension between Turkey and its Western allies, especially the United States. The U.S. considers the YPG to be an ally in their fight against Islamic State, an issue Turkey has been harshly criticizing. Despite the tension, there are no signs Turkey intends to back down. On the contrary, the government seems determined to keep fighting.
As you know, our armed forces have been carrying out shellings to retaliate mortar shells coming from the Syrian side of the border and to protect the refugees sheltering in Azaz. This will continue. We will respond in kind to whoever breaches our border.
The Turkish government has announced they will inform the ambassadors of the 5 permanent members of the UN Security Council of the evidence gathered during the investigation, which will prove the connection between the Ankara attack and the YPG, and has emphasized all responsible will be apprehended and punished. Michal Bardavid, CCTV, Ankara.